With Dragon Ball Sparking Zero being released soon, I thought that would be a great idea to look into some defensive techniques, tips, and tricks that y'all can use to improve y'all gameplay. A lot of y'all are maybe not going to be the best on defense, so I hope this video gives y'all a basis on how to actually hold your own in terms of fighting against good players. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing you want to get started with is the high guard. Blocking the high guard is when someone charges a high attack and you have to block up. So to do that, just hold the guard button and hold up and you'll automatically guard any high attack. The next guard is a low guard. So for a low guard, you just hold the guard button and then you move your left stick down. And this will guard against all charged low attacks or any low attack that is uncharged as well. One of the main things you will need to learn is performing a super counter. Now the super counter is pretty difficult. It's because of the timing that you need to perform this move. As you can see, I just did it right there and I knocked them back and it gave me time to breathe. Like I said, an easier way to do it is to do it like right when you know the hit is coming. Now we're just going to be talking about guarding throws. So in terms of throws, what you could do is just time it and just guard as soon as they throw the throw out. Or what you could do, you can also just try and clash with them if you know it's coming. Another thing that you want to practice in terms of defense is high speed movement. So whenever someone teleports behind you, you can actually teleport back by just pressing the guard button again. This works really good because if someone gets behind you, they typically might do something like this, and you can instantly just come right back behind them. Keep in mind, they can also do the same thing back to you if they're ready, or they can just continue blocking or trying to attack you as well. Keep in mind, you can also do these vanishes whenever you are getting attacked. Let's say your opponent is doing a rush chain, you can actually vanish behind that rush chain. So let's see Piccolo do a rush chain, vanish behind them, vanish behind them. And then you have a whole back exposed to do anything you want with them. Another thing that's really good on defense to learn is the high speed evasions with any heavy attack. So let's say anyone's doing a heavy attack, you can just vanish it. All you gotta do is just tap the guard button as soon as the attack is gonna reach you, before it hits you. Now let's go into another way how to use this vanish. Now when you get knocked back and someone teleports behind you, you can actually vanish behind them again. But the opponent can also do the exact same thing, but you can also vanish his vanish. And you can just keep on doing that over and over and over again until eventually one of y'all run out of ki. So now we're going to talk about the perception side of defense. So with perception, it's a single button, at least on standard at least, and all you have to do to counter any attack that's thrown, you just hold that button down. As you can see, it's also draining ki, so you want to be mindful that you don't just hold it and you want to really just time it when you need to. Now another thing you can do is counter the revenge counter. So let's say you're attacking your opponent and they hit you with the revenge counter. Now you can counter this by using your perception, and this pops up. And you can keep doing this if they keep on using their revenge counter. But keep in mind, doing this also does take some of your skill points as well, so you do want to just make sure you watch out for that. And now I'm going to be talking about how to use Sonic Sway. So with Sonic Sway, what you want to do is before the hit hits you, you want to just press your counter perception button. So all it is just timing right before you get hit, and you just press your perception button, and you're up counter almost every single time. That is going to be all for this video, and just make sure that you're putting time in the practice to practice all of these moves, and you should be fine when it comes to online.